The strongest civilizations are not those with the biggest weapons. They are those who know when to use them and when not to. Commander Elena Voss, First Human Coalition Representative. When all five had finished, the mediator turned to Elena. Commander Voss, the Coalition now welcomes Earth's presentation. Kravik smirked. Yes, human. Show us what your young species has managed to assemble. The arena grew quiet as Elena stood and approached the central platform. Instead of activating the hologram immediately, she simply looked around the assembled officers. Thank you for those impressive demonstrations, she said calmly. Earth's contribution to this exhibition is still en route. It will arrive at 0800 tomorrow. Murmurs of surprise and some mocking laughter spread through the audience. Your vessel is delayed? Zix asked, his crystalline features refracting light in what seemed like amusement. Not delayed, Elena replied. Right on schedule. Some things require proper staging. Why not simply show holographic specifications like everyone else? Thessid demanded. Elena smiled slightly. We prefer live demonstrations. I trust you'll understand tomorrow morning. As the session adjourned, the five alien commanders gathered, watching Elena leave the chamber. Did you observe her demeanor? Zix asked. No reaction to our vessels? Either humans are too primitive to comprehend what they witnessed, or, Corin rumbled, or, Lyra said softly, her ethereal form pulsing, they possess something they believe will impress us, which seems unlikely. We'll see tomorrow, Thessa said dismissively, though doubt flickered in her eyes. I expect we'll all be rather underwhelmed. None of them noticed the small smile on Elena's face as she walked down the corridor, or the quiet message she transmitted from her wrist device. Stage set, bring her in. Morning came to Nexus Station as its rotation brought the habitation ring into the light of the system's binary suns. Elena stood in her quarters, fastening her uniform before a mirror. Her communication device chimed. Voss here. Commander, this is Captain Morrison. We're ready when you are. Perfect timing. Hold position just outside sensor range until I signal. Understood, ma'am. The crew is eager for the reveal. Elena smiled. So am I, Captain. Voss out. When Elena arrived at the exhibition arena, all five alien commanders were already present, along with most of the summit's attendees. The arena buzzed with speculation. Commander Voss, the mediator's voice resonated, the Coalition is eager to see Earth's contribution. Elena took her position at the central platform. Thank you, mediator. Earth is honored to present our vessel today. She activated her wrist device. The massive holographic display came to life, showing empty space near the station. Where is it? Someone called out. Elena tapped her device again. Captain Morrison, you may approach now. The hologram shifted, tracking something entering the system. At first, nothing changed. Then, sensors detected an object. The display automatically adjusted, calculating distance and size. Then recalculated. Then recalculated again. A murmur of disbelief spread through the crowd. That cannot be correct, Thessa said, staring at the size readings. The sensors must be malfunctioning. The sensors are functioning perfectly, Elena replied calmly. As the object drew closer, its true form became visible. It was a ship, but unlike anything the Coalition had ever encountered. Dark, angular, massive beyond comprehension. The holographic display struggled to fit the entire vessel in view. I present, Elena announced, the TDS Titan's Wake, a standard-class vessel in Earth's deep space defense fleet. The arena erupted in shocked exclamations. The five alien commanders stood frozen, staring at the impossible ship that made their prized vessels look like escort shuttles. Kravik was first to find his voice. Standard class? He asked weakly. Elena nodded. Yes, Admiral. We have smaller Scout-class vessels, and we have larger Capital-class vessels.
Elena allowed herself a small smile as the Titan's wake continued its approach, casting a shadow over the assembled coalition fleet. The boasting had ended. Now the real demonstration would begin. The journey to the Titan's wake took longer than expected. What had appeared close in the holographic display was actually light minutes away, another indication of the ship's true scale. As their shuttle approached, the 5 alien commanders pressed against viewports, unable to hide their awe. From this distance, the Titan's wake blocked out entire sections of starfield behind it. "By the void," Thessa whispered. "It's even larger than scans suggested." "Our sensors had difficulty calculating accurate dimensions," Elena explained. "The hull composition absorbs most scanning frequencies." The shuttle entered a hangar bay that could have housed any of the aliens' flagships with room to spare. Inside, everything was orderly and efficient. Hundreds of smaller craft, fighters, bombers, support vessels, moved with purpose. When they disembarked, a man in a captain's uniform waited. "Welcome aboard the Titan's wake," he said with a crisp salute. "I'm Captain Morrison. Elena has arranged a complete tour." "Different design philosophies," Elena said. "We believe in redundancy." The tour revealed a bridge that was a massive command center with stations for hundreds of officers. Crew quarters suggesting long-term deployments. 5 years standard, Morrison explained. Engineering sections with fusion reactors powerful enough to run small planetary colonies. But it was the weapons control center that finally silenced all doubts. Row after row of weapons officers monitored systems that made coalition technology look primitive. "Kinetic mass drivers," Weapons Officer Chen explained, "accelerate projectiles to 95% light speed. No known shield can stop them." "Plasma lance arrays," she continued, "can cut through capital-class vessels." "And those?" Thessa asked, pointing to massive cylindrical objects on the largest display. Chen glanced at Elena, who nodded permission. "Stellar compression warheads," Chen said simply. "Designed to replicate supernova conditions when detonated. We carried 20. The silence that followed was absolute. "Why?" Lyra finally asked, her ethereal form dimming with horror. "Why build such weapons?" Elena's expression grew serious. "Because we learned early in our history that being unprepared can mean extinction. We built the Titan's wake and ships like it not because we want war, but because we never want to face a threat we cannot overcome." As they returned to the shuttle bay, the commanders were subdued. "There's one more thing," Elena said as they prepared to depart. "The Titan's wake is one of 47 vessels in Earth's defense fleet." Kravik's 4 arms trembled. 47? Elena nodded. "Humanity takes defense very seriously." The formal demonstration took place in the outer system's asteroid belt. The Titan's wake positioned itself before a massive field of rocky debris. "First demonstration," Elena announced to the watching coalition. "Stealth capabilities." The massive battleship shimmered, then vanished completely. "Where?" Kravik began, scanning frantically with his instruments. "Try to find us." After 10 minutes of increasingly desperate attempts, Kravik looked up. Nothing, not even quantum signatures. The Titan's wake reappeared in a completely different location. Second demonstration, offensive systems. Panels along the hull opened, metal rails extended. Flashes erupted. Several massive asteroids simply ceased to exist, transformed into expanding clouds of molecular dust. "Kinetic impacts at 95% light speed," Elena explained. "Pure physics." Next, energy beams lanced out, melting and vaporizing targets that could have destroyed cities. Third demonstration. Drone systems. The ship's bay doors opened. What emerged made Zix's crystalline form actually crack with shock. Not hundreds of thousands, but millions of autonomous combat drones poured from the Titan's wake. They moved through the asteroid field like intelligent water, navigating impossible paths at incredible speeds. "The Titan's wake carries 15 million autonomous combat units," Elena said. "This is approximately 30% capacity." Fourth demonstration, defensive grids.
A massive asteroid was propelled toward the ship at tremendous velocity. Shimmering layers appeared around the Titan's wake. Not one shield, but 7 distinct defensive fields. The asteroid hit the outermost layer and disintegrated progressively through each subsequent shield, reduced to harmless particles before reaching the inner layers. 7-layer sequential defense, Elena explained. Nothing has ever penetrated all 7. Finally, Elena said, turning to Lyra, psychological warfare countermeasures. Lyra's form pulsed with alarm. You cannot mean... The Titan's wake's neural dampening field has been active since entering this system, Elena said calmly. Had your Dreamweaver attempted to use psionic projection, your crew would have experienced severe neural feedback. Lyra actually recoiled. Impossible. No species has developed effective psionic countermeasures. Humanity has faced many challenges, Elena replied. We learned to adapt to all of them. 3 days later, the Coalition Council convened. The vote was unanimous. Earth was accepted as a full Coalition member. The Galactic Defense Alliance was formed, with Earth as a founding partner. That evening, as the Titan's wake prepared to depart, the 5 commanders joined Elena in Nexus Station's observation dome. They watched as their own vessels moved into formation around the human battleship, not in challenge, but in escort. To think, Thessa said with a rumbling laugh, we once boasted about our ships. Your ships remain impressive, Elena assured her. They're simply different. Each has strengths. Perhaps that's what makes this alliance valuable, Lyra mused. Not sameness, but complementary differences. As their ships moved together through space, the 5 alien commanders and the humans stood not as rivals, but as allies. The boasting was over. Understanding had taken its place. And somewhere in the vast darkness beyond, whatever unknown threats might exist, would soon learn that the galaxy was now defended by both ancient wisdom and fierce determination. Humanity had arrived among the stars, not as conquerors, not as subjects, but as guardians. The strongest civilizations are not those with the biggest weapons. They are those who know when to use them and when not to. Commander Elena Voss, First Human Coalition Representative.